We are continuing to follow breaking news in Kalamazoo County.
Right now, crews responding to a crash on westbound I-94. News Channel 3's Hannah Knowles there live. Hannah, we're right into the main part of the morning commute. How much trouble is this causing for drivers?
Yeah, this is going to cause headaches for drivers, Kirk and Laura. If you use I-94 westbound near exit 85, this is the Galesburg, Augusta area. You're going to want to avoid this area. I actually suggest finding a different route, and it's all because of what's behind me. You can see there is a semi-truck, which they're actually been trying to pull out for probably the last hour. Comstock Fire and Rescue posting to Facebook this morning around 2 o'clock, alerting drivers to avoid the area. The right lane currently blocked and the shoulder, and it is impacting traffic, as you mentioned, Kirk. So we're going to give you a better look at that traffic right now. I can tell you it is backed up for miles down I-94 westbound. So if you use this for your morning commute, like I said, might want to find a different route, or better yet, just give yourself extra time. Now, we are happy to report, Kirk and Laura, that there's no injuries. We're not quite sure what exactly happened here, but when something like this happens, it's going to take a while to clean up. So again, just give yourself plenty of time as you head out the door.
3 stolen vehicles, 2 police chases, now 4 kids behind bars, all of them facing criminal charges. Tonight, News Channel 3's Allie Jenner-John joins us live on Portage Street near I-94. And Allie, that's where the Kalamazoo County Sheriff says those kids actually stole a construction truck.
Yeah, Andy, that's what happened just moments after the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office says those kids ditched another car they stole near Kilgore and Portage Roads. Now, the truck stolen after near this construction site was then stopped by deputies near Romans Road. Then the suspects tried to run away. Kalamazoo County Sheriff Richard Fuller says it took the work of 4 law enforcement agencies to track down 4 suspects and 3 stolen vehicles.
We will catch you. This is not something you want to engage in.
Fuller says the first catch happened around noon after deputies found a stolen vehicle in Kalamazoo's Edison neighborhood. The driver sped away and crashed at the intersection of Lake and Race Streets before running away and ultimately being caught by Kalamazoo police. Hours later, another chase, this time with 3 new suspects in a stolen vehicle near Stadium Drive and 6th Street.
They left the area at a high rate of speed. The officer activated his lights, started to follow them, and then stopped because ultimately it was in a high traffic area.
Fuller says the driver caused a few crashes, then Michigan State Police got involved. They stopped the car around here. Then the 3 juveniles ran to this construction site near I-94 and Portage Street. Fuller says they hopped in an unlocked construction truck, found the keys inside, and stole it. Kalamazoo deputies spotted the truck near Portage and Winters and tried to stop it.
The vehicle became stuck and they ran off into the woods.
Those 3 juveniles were tracked down by multiple units and police canines, then taken into custody. Now, Sheriff Fuller says all 4 of those suspects from today's incidents are facing multiple charges, including stealing a vehicle. So far in the past week, 11 juveniles in Kalamazoo County have been arrested for some sort of car theft. Now, Portage Police reported just a few days ago that 7 juveniles were arrested for breaking into unlocked cars and stealing one at the end of last week.
West Michigan is home to one of the largest COVID-19 outbreaks at schools across the state tonight. New positive test results at Lakeview Middle School and a school in the Detroit area make up nearly 70% of all new COVID-19 infections in schools right now. That outbreak is impacting how students learn as they move back and forth from in-person learning to remote. Our Jay Shatar is live where school just got out at Lakeview Middle. Jay, their second day back in person since going virtual almost a week ago.
Yeah, students at Lakeview Middle School are back in person after being virtual 3 days last week. This one school alone saw over 25 new cases. This comes a week before spring break when families will be traveling all over the country. Not out of the woods yet. Over 70 new positive COVID-19 cases reported in schools this week. 28 of those new cases from Calhoun County's Lakeview Middle School alone. forcing students to learn behind a computer screen for 3 days last week.
It's a part of life that we do need to be flexible. We think our staff and students have been phenomenal in this area, and they're learning. They're keeping that focus on learning.
Cindy Green is the interim superintendent for Lakeview School District. She tells me the school is offering additional resources. Summer services and additional tutoring are helping kids who are struggling with the back and forth of in-person and virtual learning.
We know being consistent and having school every day is better than not having school and having kids stay home with nothing to do.
Green says attendance has gone up during virtual learning. She recognizes the impact it has on students, making it harder to learn. However, health officials say kids and teachers may have to adapt in the near future.
You might get a spike of cases real quick in a very specific place.
Calhoun County's public health officer Eric Pessel says, get used to the stop and go. It could be the new normal for a bit.
I think that there's going to be times like in this case, you had so many people out that were sick, that were positive. They just simply couldn't operate.
Green tells me her district will not have to make up any days for COVID. The school will not have to go into summer and still have emergency days to use. Next week is Lakeview Middle School spring break. Green says that there is no fear right now for another outbreak. She says all you can do is take it one day and 1 week at a time.